kurang bisan why jangama kurang bisan ya matrenele Iyan marong iyan den jay kay why iyan marong suma iyan marong kay why kurang bisan why jangama Mernala big wajal sumanje kena set yo ya maton yang kilime na fonye bang fan TV yang kilime na fonye bang fan TV yang kilime na.
Good day, everyone. My name is By Mustafa Bojang, and as he rightly mentioned, I am the CEO of this association. So I'll be taking you through the introduction of Clean the Gambia, how Clean the Gambia was formed, and the challenges that we normally face, and how we generate funds for this association. We created this association to ensure that we have a clean and safe environment in the Gambia here, by sensitizing the general public about the dangers of littering and the importance of keeping the environment clean. Because if you observe the Gambia, wherever you go, you normally see trash all over the place. So, which is not good as a country, It's not a good image for a country. So I said, let me come up with something that can help eradicate this thing. How was Clean the Gambia formed? So there was this day, I was watching a video of Ulemaya on YouTube. Then he was showing us that how Rwanda and Ivory Coast were able to keep their countries clean. Then I said to myself, if Rwanda and Ivory Coast were able to keep their countries clean, then a small country like the Gambia with a population of less than 3 million people should also be able to keep our country clean. So I approached Mohammed and Hadim and told them about the idea, and they supported the idea. The time I approached Mohammed and Hadim and I told them about the idea and they were in support of it, the question that they raised was, how are we going to do it? Then my response was, we will go to places that are dirty and we clean those places and we film videos about the places and we show how dirty the place is. In that way, we will be able to reach out, we will be able to reach many people, Because if you observe our association, like if you have been following our association, you will notice that in our every cleaning exercise, we normally provide videos and we normally take pictures of the events that happen in the ground. So I told them we will go to places. Then while the cleaning is going on, then we can take videos of the place and we take pictures. And when we come, we can post it on social media. So I told them that we will start with doing it in series form on YouTube, because many people use the word YouTube. So in order to reach many people in the Gambia, because we cannot go around the whole country, like that will be difficult. We cannot go around the whole country and telling people stop this, stop littering in the environment, the importance of keeping the environment. We cannot do that, But in the fastest way we can reach everyone was social media. Social media is very powerful and it has a lot of influence in today's society. So we were able to start this with the three of us, because I told them, let's start it with the three of us, because if we want to wait for people to join us, that will only delay us. So if we create videos and people see us take initiative and they see that we are doing the action, that might inspire them to join us. But if we will say we will wait for many people to join, then we start, then it will not happen. Then we decided to start with the three of us, and we had our first cleaning exercise on the Jaram Highway. So this is the Jaram Highway. So the reason why I chose Jaram as our first location was that there was a day I was filming a video on the Jaram Highway. Then I was starting by this location, and I think that this is on the road. This is on the roadside, and it is not hygienic to put a dumping place here. So I was filming a video with Harry, and I told him, look at this place. This place will not be a dumping site, and people need to be well informed about it, and people need to see it. That's why I told them that our first cleaning exercise should be at Java. So that's why we go for this place. Why we choose Java also? Because Java also is a settlement that many people are moving into, and it is attracting the attention of many people. So we think that if we go there and we started with this place, we will get many people on board because many people will be passing by. And when they see us cleaning this place, then they themselves that normally dump at this place, they will know that dumping at this place will not be done. That's why we go to this place. So it was three of us. It was me, Mohammed, and Hadim. So this is Mohammed. He is the one holding the phone. Hadim is outside. So we started this with the three of us. So in our subsequent cleaning exercises, yeah, so in our subsequent cleaning exercises, we started to have people more and more. So after this cleaning exercise, we had another cleaning exercise. This is learning market. So before this cleaning exercise, we had a cleaning exercise at Agogo. Then we had one party join us who is Mola Koli. He wanted to attend the event, but he is not here. But we appreciate his efforts in ensuring that this association reach to where it is today. So give them a round of applause. So this is learning. So these places are their marketplace. So there are also several development places at their marketplace. So the reason why we went to this place also is that they normally sell full items in these places. And if they set up a dumping place around the market, it is not hygienic and it is not good for our health because that's where we consume the food that we eat. That's why we buy the food that we consume that we eat. So that's why we decided to conduct a cleaning exercise at this place. According to the encounter that we have with some of the vendors that normally sell at the marketplace is that it's not the people that normally sell at the market that normally come at this place. This place is normally done by people that are around the ceremony and that are around the neighboring surrounding of Lamin. So they say at night what they do is they normally pay people with donkey cars $10 and they normally come at night and they normally dump at this place. So that's why we decided to have our second cleaning exercise, our third cleaning exercise at this place. So in this cleaning exercise also, we have another two people join us, making us 6 in number. In our first cleaning exercise, we were 3 in number. In our second cleaning exercise, we were 4 in number. And in our third cleaning exercise, we were 6 in number, which means that we are making progress. That's why in the initial state, I told my if you want to wait for people to join us, it will only delay us. But if we start doing action and people see the actions that we are doing, then they will be inspired and they will join us. And that's what happened. In our subsequent cleaning exercise, more and more people started joining. In our cleaning exercise, then the president, she joined us and Khadija also joined us, who is President. She said she will be here. Maybe it's because of some delays, that's why she is not here. But our and Khadija also decided to join us in that cleaning exercise. So in this cleaning, doing this cleaning exercise, it was suggested that like we form an executive. It was decided that before an executive, then the suggestions were made that I become the CEO of the association, then our Marina to become the president of the association, and Mohammed Ture to become the vice president of the association. And Hadim Bali was offered a position, but he said he wants to be at the organizing committee so that he can participate or he can help us so that he can help us in this kind of events like this one that we host. Like when we host events, he can be on the organizing committee to coordinate things. So he said he will not take position in the higher position, so he just want to be at the organizing committee. So Malamin Koli was not also able to hold a position because he said he is normally busy. So in the beginning, it was 6 of us, so we formed an executive and we have some positions lacking. So as we go, we have other cleaning exercises in places, and we appoint Usman as our Secretary General. This is Usman. We appointed him as our Secretary General, and as time goes on, also Madam also joined us. Madam Labande Yasa, she became our PRO in that association. So as time goes on, more and more people started to join the association. So how do we get materials to conduct cleaning exercises? How we have materials is that in the beginning when we started in the first cleaning exercises like the foresight cleaning exercises, when we are going, we normally borrow materials, we normally borrow rags, and when we are going, we used to buy clothes and we used to buy face masks for ourselves. Then as time goes on, as time goes on, when we are also going to cleaning, when we are going to cleaning, we normally we used to ask ourselves because we created a group chat where we talk before going for cleaning exercise like 2 days. We normally go and survey places that we will have a cleaning exercise at. Then we will inform everyone when they are coming. Let them look in their compounds if they have any rice bar, they can bring it because then we are not having trash bars which we were using in our other cleaning exercises. But in the beginning, we normally use rice bars for collecting the trash because when we finish, it is normally difficult to gather the trash. So we normally put them in trash. We normally put them in rice bars. So that's how we normally have our materials in the beginning. Our time government also, our Secretary General Usman used to provide us with trash bags when he is coming. So he normally bring lot of trash bags. So we normally manage them in our cleaning exercises. So we normally use them in our subsequent cleaning exercises. When we use 10 in this cleaning exercise, the next cleaning exercise, we use another thing. We use it wisely so that it will not be finished because having them is normally difficult. So when we have shortage of trash bags, we normally go back to our normal no. We normally go to places and we look for rice bags. We even used to go to marketplaces and we normally buy some bag. We normally buy bag of rice, empty rice bags, which is sometimes expensive because the market vendors, when they know that you are in need of it, they normally increase the price. At the beginning, it was challenging. This is the airport. This place is at the Gambia College, so we have a cleaning exercise in these places also. So after my speech, I will take you through the activities that we normally do at the places that we normally go. How do we get funds? So in the beginning, we normally contribute because like when going to places, having transportation is normally difficult. So we normally contribute. Then later I told them that let's put a stop to the contribution because like if we put in contribution in the club, someone like might not have money because people are of different backgrounds. So some people are not working, some of us are working, some of us are not working. So if we decide to include contribution in the association, when we have a cleaning exercise, then if someone did not have his or her contribution, then that person will sit back because of the money. So that's why I asked them, let's stop the contribution, because it might affect our subsequent events because we don't want our turnouts to be poor. So if we improve contribution and if people don't have money to pay, they might sit back, because people might feel sad about because that person might think that if he or she comes, people will say this person did not pay or he or she did not pay. So that's why I asked my executives to put a stop to the contribution. We created a GoFundMe. Normally, most of our funds that we have, most of the funds that we have is from online. So this is the GoFundMe that we created, and before we reach 1 year milestone, we were able to raise $1,000, which we use to recycle tire trash cans and we buy plastic trash cans and take them to schools. So that's what we use the money for. That is what we use the money for. And the GoFundMe is still going for. And in our subsequent, in this year, we will be doing more fundraising and we will be doing more activities. So that's how we normally get our money. And how we normally get our money is that Abdurrahman is here. He is one of the most supportive persons since this association has started. So he can tell you that when we encounter problems or when we have shortage of money, we normally contact him. And whenever we contact him, he normally give us money. So Abraham, we are saying big thank you. You play a huge role in this association. Since it started, we have been contributing, so you play a huge role in this. So Abraham has been supporting since day one. Even yesterday, he even pulled out money. So Abraham has been very supportive, and also we used to have support from other people. Many people also used to watch our videos, the videos that we normally do, and they normally reach out to us and they normally give us funds, and we use those funds for transportation and sorting out other things for the association. So we are saying big shout out to everyone that has played a huge role in this association. So that's how we normally get funds. Yeah. Next. What are the challenges that we normally face? So I mentioned some challenges in while I was giving my speech. So in the beginning, having gloves, face masks, and other materials were difficult, and rakes for the cleaning exercise and trash bags. But as we were having our cleaning exercise, it was becoming more and more easy. So these are the challenges that we have. And after having a cleaning exercise, we normally find it very difficult to dispose the trash. So what we normally do is that after having the cleaning exercise, when we gather the trash at one place, we normally call area council to come and pick it. But when they come to pick it, they normally charge us money, which we normally contribute among ourselves, or sometimes I pull out the money myself and pay them to collect the trash, which should not be done because it's their responsibility. So we need to raise that here so that the message can reach them, because this should be their responsibility, and they should not charge this. They should not charge us for cleaning. After cleaning, they should not charge us to dispose the trash. Yeah, so another challenge is that we face is discouragement from people, because whatever you are doing, you normally have discouragement from people. So the time we started doing this cleaning exercise, you normally encounter like the people around you will normally tell you you don't have something sensible to do, or you are going to clean place. Will you be able to clean the whole Gambia, or will you be able to keep this country clean? So those are challenges that people normally face. But my people did not hold on to those challenges, because they push to see that this association attain what it has today. This is the end of my presentation. So if you want to be part of this association, you can this is my number. You can contact me and we can add you to our WhatsApp group chat. So thank you for your kind attention. Thank you so much.
Mr. and Madam Chairpersons, distinguished guests, my former colleague, still my colleague, Mr. Fode Jabi, the CEO, the President, executives of Clean the Gambia, delegates, good evening to you all. It is much of an honor for me to have been invited to share a platform with you on this very important occasion. The name Clean the Gambia is very imperative, and it must have been meticulously chosen so that it aligns with the goals and aspirations of the people that came together to drive a force with the primary goal of seeing the Gambia being clean. And therefore, it is just not an organizational goal, but it addresses our attitudes in it, in that we have to keep a Gambia that is clean. And it is therefore much of an honor that I am invited today to speak on the subject, or on the theme, Stop Littering, Together We Can Make a Better Gambia. So far, The earlier speakers and the earlier presentations that we have seen have made my comment very easy in the sense that they have approached the topic and the goals at different angles, and it could have been just easy for me to come and make a conclusion of their speeches. One of the speakers talked about our responsibilities as citizens. And we understand that we cannot have a Gambia that is clean if as citizens we are not aware of our responsibilities and we are not committed to what we can do for our environments. And so it becomes a civic duty and a nationalized idea to keep a clean Gambia. I therefore wish my congratulations to the executive and particularly the young ladies that I have seen in the executive, because the activities that they are involved in are things that many young people, especially young beautiful ladies, would not engage in. But this is not what they see. They have seen a country that we have to develop, that we have to make better, that have to prosper, and this must be based or must be built on the individual commitments that we make. Collectively, we are going to achieve very great things. A sanitation engineer, a pioneer, Sir Edward Chadwick, once said, "The sanitary condition of people is the true measure of their civilization." So we want to measure how civilized are we as a nation and as a people. And according to this sanitation pioneer, then we have to look at how sanitized our environments are. If my environment is not clean, I cannot claim to be a civilized person. I can dress very well, put on the most vibrant clothing, and probably smell the best perfumes, but maybe at my backyard, there's a stinking stench that is coming from the waste that is deposited in that environment. And that is littering. By definition, we will say that it is any waste product that has been improperly discarded. So anything that we discard into our environment, which is not properly discarded, becomes a waste. And so, what do we do to stop the littering? First, we need to understand that there are penalties that we have to pay when we litter our environments. Because for every food wrap that you throw, for every pile of waste that we gather in our environments, there are repercussions that it has. I am going to be a bit biased in the sense that most of my speech is going to be centered around the health implications, probably because I'm a healthcare worker. But if we want to talk about the significance of littering to our environment, we will not be able to exhaust that. So my speech is going to be narrowed down to the health implications. Unlike the original ideas that I was talking about, when we throw litters around, we are creating a blockage for our sewages. When we do that, we are also encouraging a pool of stagnant water. And this becomes a very vibrant breeding ground for mosquitoes, for pathogenic bacteria, fungi, and other parasites. These, in turn, can cause a lot of health problems. Mosquitoes can freely breed in the stagnant waters. And so, they come back to give us a very deadly disease referred to as what? Malaria. Pathogenic bacteria could have their way into our houses. Houseflies can stop into stagnant water and other contaminated materials. And they can contaminate our food, our water, and other substances that we consume. By doing this, they can cause a lot of dangerous infectious diseases. And so, what we need to do to prevent ourselves from these things is to stop the littering. And when we do that, we are working towards keeping a better, more prosperous Gambia. Waste can also pollute the air. and giving us an unclean air that we breathe in. This can be contaminated with pathogenic materials, and they can be inhaled. When they go into our respiratory tract, they can cause infectious diseases like pneumonia. And so, this will not only have some economic and health implications, but then it also poses a lot of public health implications, and we're going to look at that. Disposed waste in other instances have been found to be causing RTAs or road traffic accidents. For example, banana peels and other slippery substances that are thrown on our roads. And it can also poison our animals, marine lives as well as animals on land. When we throw our waste, bottles and other noxious material go into the sea and our lakes, and then they contaminate our fresh waters. This happens, and marine animals or marine lives would consume them, sometimes mistaking them for food, and this can poison them. Once poisoned, we probably will not be able to know. We depend a lot on the consumption of marine, food and other stuffs. And when we consume these things, the poison transfers into our body, and it causes some pathological problems. Our bodies are dynamic in the sense that they are able to deal with a lot of waste products that go into them. But this is not always the situation. So as time goes on, it stresses our immune systems, and waste materials that we take from the food that we eat that is already contaminated or poisoned can cause a lot of stress to our livers, a lot of stress to our kidneys, and this can cause systemic problems. In the end, we get sick and we cannot recover from the sickness. And what finally happens is that we may lose our lives from that. But before you do, in between, you have to run between one healthcare clinic to another, between one doctor to another, and you have to spend a lot of money. Now, what happens is that this is not just a presentation of a health, a problem, but also an economic degradation. And so, the only thing that can save us is to stop the littering. So with economic implications, we say littering of our environment causes economic catastrophe. This can be at both individual level and also at the level of the state, like we discussed earlier on. A sick person would have to spend a lot of money to recover. Sometimes the disease condition can be chronic, and which means that the person will never be able to recover from that. And then for the rest of their lives, what they keep doing is that they keep buying medications, they keep going to hospitals, they keep spending a lot of money. And the sad thing about this thing is that the victims of these situations are mostly from low income families. These are people who do not have very decent jobs, or sometimes they do not even have a job at all. There could be just one or two people in the family that is earning enough to put food on the table for everybody. And therefore the burden becomes, something bigger on them, because in addition to trying to provide food and fend for the family, what else they need to do is what? Is also to cater for the medical bills for the sick people. And therefore it causes a lot of financial stress on them. On the side of the government will have to spend a lot, to solve this situation for the citizens. So a few days ago, I came across a publication from KMC, and according to them, KMC is spending over $2 million on waste management. $2 million. This is not every year. It is not even every quarter. It is every month. If you calculate, this will give you somewhere around $25 million every day. So every year, for them to be able to take care of waste materials in our environments. Now, $25 million could have been better invested in other activities that would generate jobs for the youths. And therefore, a lot of people will have gained employment from that. But the negligent actions of one individual or few individuals contaminate our environments, and therefore, our states are going to bear the burden. And in turn, we also be at the one because many young people are going to be affected in the sense that opportunities that could have availed to us for economic gains are going to be missed because those funds are going to be redirected for all activities for interventions. So we must stop littering. And we have to look at the way forward. What is the way forward? First, we say we have to strengthen education and awareness. When people are not educated or they are not aware, these are two different things, by the way. Education forces in awareness, but awareness can be without education. So when we make people aware of the repercussions of waste and littering in our environments, then we are halfway into solving the problem that we are dealing with. So the first thing that we must do is to educate and to increase awareness in our communities. At the side there, I was talking to Mr. Fodejabi, who is the head of Health and Male Disciples School at the moment, and I asked him if they still have the same programs. It is one school that respects itself in the sense that disciplining their environment as well as being committed to the things that bring them good is something that is key and primary, and they don't joke with that. I know because I was there. So every day after the break period, students will have to go around and pick the litters. Every day when they close, they still have to go around the school campus and pick the litters again. And therefore, it's not a secret that all of the time guests will come and ask, how are you people able to keep your environment very clean and neat and smart all of the time? It is because they deem it necessary to inculcate it into the habits of the students. One thing that they added to me, that is the paper for me, was that in fact nowadays we have the students being so passionate about picking the waste in the environment. And that is, even though there are penalties for those people who fail to do it, they have been able to promote the idea of responsibility in the students so much that they have to be compassionate in doing it and not be forced to do it. This is the way forward. When we all do this, we are stopping littering in our communities and our environment. We have to enhance policy enforcement, which is the second way forward. The policies are there in place, and the question is whether they are being enforced. And therefore, I want to congratulate the KMC after I read their publication that people that are found wanting of littering within the KMC are liable to face a penalty of being fined for $1,000 or being sent to jail for at least 3 months. I think those penalties should have applied. That you still pay $1,000 and go to jail for 3 months. By the time you come back, nobody is going to be throwing litters into our environments. And if we want to stop littering, this is one thing that we must do. But as individuals, we have failed ourselves, and our governments have also failed us in the sense that we are able to enact the laws, we are able to produce these laws, but we do not enforce the laws. And without the enforcement of these laws, we are failing. It is always one step backward into achieving a prosperous and a better Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, the third one would be foster public and private partnerships. And this is one of the things that we have seen Clean the Gambia doing. Dedicating a good time during the weekend to go to a particular site and clear all the litters that they find around. One of the problems that we have seen that I was so flabbergasted about was the fact that our municipalities have to charge them money to be able to dispose the waste. Even though they are citizens that are helping the municipalities in their responsibilities, they still have to be charged extra money so that the waste can be carried from sites to disposable sites. So we must have public and private partnerships, and this encourages businesses to adopt eco-friendly practices and support community cleanups. I was talking to a friend someday, and I said, if there was the law that every shop owner must have a dustbin, a waste bin in their shops, and therefore each time that there is litter around, they have to put it there, then it becomes very easy for all of us. But how many times do you enter a shop and you find a waste bin there? How many times? A lot of businesses that do that. And most of the waste that are disposed in our environments are coming from these businesses. The saddest thing is that the most contaminated parts seem to be the areas of our markets that sell food. And so we have to stop the littering if we want to see a better and prosperous Gambia. There must be community engagement. And this is something that we used to have in the previous government, that we have the set settle probably once every month, as the last Saturday of the month. It doesn't have to be that way. But at least these were giant steps that we took as a nation. And I believe that these must come back. In some other parts of the country, you have communities that have taken upon themselves that during particular times of the year, they would have to be clearing their environments every week or every month or so. And this is all dedicated towards the proper disposal of waste and the eradication of litters around the environment. And this would bring us a better Gambia. Distinguished guests, the fight against littering is not just an environmental imperative, it is a moral obligation. And therefore, as moral citizens, we have to take responsibilities. So let us renew our commitment for this noble cause. Let us resolve to make every day an opportunity to clean, protect, and properly dispose of waste from our homes and our communities. Together, we can transform the Gambia into a clean, sustainable, and resilient country and waste-free. Congratulations to Clean the Gambia. Thank you very much.